Inside the Karakuan underground arena. Currently, the great Motobe Izou is hitting Musashi with a heavy chain. Hanma Baki is really nervous thinking. Follow it up. Now. He's pushing him. But Musashi is not worried one bit. He even sticked his finger inside the injury. Then tasting his own blood. Baki continued. His back teeth were closer to reach from there. Rather than from his mouth. That wasn't an act. That was an absurdity born out of sheer rationality. Musashi then said. My back teeth are loose. Once. I met with a man named Shishido who used a kusarigama. But I did not let him touch me with the weight. An extraordinary achievement. Motobe Izou. All of a sudden, Motobe tried to grab Musashi's sword once again. But the legendary swordsman is not letting go of his sword, even with such a loose grip. The spectators then thinks. Even though he's holding it so simply. What in the hell? Unbelievable. Even if they are the keystone of his grip. His ring finger and little finger are a match for Motobe's immense strength. Then without any effort, Musashi slashed Motobe's chain. He then said. For the hideous wound, which you made on the face of this warrior. What shall be recompense? Like the Hachi character. The torso cut in half, along with both arms. Like a great kisa. Splitting the face and the body. Along the visor line. It is a farewell gift. I do not care for the means. How would you like to be cut down? Vertically? Horizontally? Diagonally? The choice is yours. Choose. Motobe thinks. Then sarcastically replied. Old age? What a strange thing to say. If you wish for a long life. You have to live quietly. Indeed. Why risk yourself in a place like this? In the middle of the Edo. Something was written on this. In the cultivational text, known as Hagakure. The way of the warrior is found alongside death. The way of the warrior has evolved too. It's different nowadays. It's not living in service to a lord. It's living to protect one's own security. As well as living to protect one's goodly neighbors. It's for the sake of survival. It became a path dedicated only to survival. A retractable spear. A short spear? You know how to use that, Motobe? If your sword, on a scale of 1 to 100, gets a 500, then my spear skills, at most, might get a 70. But I'm still coming. Across Musashi's mind flashed a thought. You can't even get 50 points, he thought. Halfway through that, though, it came apart. The great Motobe Izou managed to kick the legendary swordsman in the head. Incredible. That striking attack. Not a piercing attack, nor a normal strike. In the next one, I will give you all I got. Then Motobe punched Musashi in the face with a metal brass knuckle, instantly knocking down the strongest samurai. Motobe then said. Had to bash you. With all my might. Since the scuffles of the Sengoku period, we've made our attacks grow to be far stronger. The insides of your head are rolling around. Now, I'll take it. But the knockdown swordsman managed to slash Motobe in his stomach. He then thinks. Strikes that surpass our own. My head's still spinning. Motobe Izou. He's been cut. You carved into me with a bundled hand, but the attack served as a stimulant instead. Had you struck with a bare hand, without that iron fist, I would perhaps still be unconscious. Hey, Motobe. Are you wearing a chainmail? The chainmail armor. A single layer piece of clothing, made up of chains. It serves as protection from slashing attacks made against the upper body. Made famous by Chushingura stories. The incident of the assault by the 47 Ronin. All of the 47 trespassing samurai were wearing chainmail. On the 14th day of the 12th month of the 15th year of the Jinroku era, 1703, late at night, going to break into the Kira estate, where Kira's forces lied in waiting. A tremendous battle transpired. Though they returned covered head to toe in injuries. Not a single one of the lives of the 47 was lost. But chain mail. Was he not cut? He shouldn't be cut. even if he couldn't be cut. Bullets do not pass through bulletproof vests. But when faced with a higher caliber weapon, even though the bullet will be stopped, the force of the impact will be immense, and the body will be at risk of injury. Musashi then said, "If I don chainmail, he won't be able to cut me." Is that what you believed? Jack Hanma then thinks. Even when I fought him, when I bit into that coat made of special fibers, my teeth were completely. Musashi continued. It is easy for me to end a life with the back of a blade. I have even taken many lives with a wooden sword. Musashi's strikes are without equal. You thought that a sheet of chainmail would defend against them? I can see it. On your arms. And your legs. You've applied ample armor there, haven't you? So what? Replied by the fearless Motobe. All of a sudden, the legendary swordsman slashed Motobe's arm in half. He then said, "Don't be ashamed. Warrior Motobe Izou. The end is here." We now move on inside the Kumamoto castle. The lord of the castle, Hosokawa Tadatashi, is saying, "It is because you are who you are, Musashi, that I wish for you to test this." Oh, you wish to test me? This is a new type of helmet. It was forged by the Seki swordsmiths. The helmet makes use of the finest steel available. I would wager that its sturdiness is without match, even when worn on dead bodies. Boken and Tachi are easily repelled. So, I ask, can you have it, Musashi? Looking upon it. The depth of the color of its metal. Its chilling luster. Yes, this is indeed the work of the swordsmiths of Seki. I should not be able to entirely bifurcate it in one stroke. Yet, I would have no difficulty in making a life-ending bifurcation. Then the man wearing the helmet whispered, "Go easy on me. Please." Musashi then said, "Do you intend to utter those words upon the battlefield?" All of a sudden, Musashi slashed the helmet with all his strength, instantly killing the man wearing it. He then said, "I wonder if striking him with the back of the blade would have the same effect." Incredible. We now move on inside the Karakuan underground arena. Currently, Motobe Izou's arm has been slashed in half. The spectators are really surprised, saying, "He cut off his arm. It was connected by but one layer? Your suit of armor is quite impressive. It's useless." Even if a strike from a pickaxe were to fail to entirely penetrate a bulletproof vest, the pointed end would still manage to end your life. I hope that you haven't forgotten, Motobe-sensei. Your opponent isn't just some thug with a sword. The great Motobe tried to throw some knives. However, the legendary swordsman slashed both of his legs, making him unable to stand. Then following it up with a slash to the shoulder. Hanma Baki then shouted, "This match is over. Stop this." Motobe then thinks, "You idiot. If we were to stop now, then I wouldn't be able to be your guardian." Did he get him? A tackle? And without hesitation, the prepared Motobe mounted the legendary swordsman, then following it up with a strong headbutt. Motobe is thinking, "I'm grateful for a chance like this." At the absolute last moment, the only one left, the only weapon that is left to me now, was just enough. The spectators then commented, "He got him. And a sleeper hold? A rear naked choke. This is it, sensei. Win." But the legendary swordsman still has a strength left. He managed to lift up his sword, then stabbing Motobe in his upper body. Motobe then thinks, "It's pointless. I will not let go. Both of my legs already won't work. Even though that attack, just now, couldn't cut me because of my chainmail. One of my lungs has collapsed. My clavicle is smashed. And my right arm doesn't work. If my jaw were to loosen up, even just a little, then I could no longer protect myself, my friends, my era, and most importantly, you, Musashi-san. Sorry. Finally, after so long. Right now, I have caught up with you. At this time, I have caught up with you. In your solitude. The match is over. The spectators then commented. Completely flawless. What am I supposed to do now? I've been protected. From the part of them that had been protected. The sweet flavors of freedom. Of relief. Of thanks. From the part of them that had been beaten to the punch. The bitter tastes of upset. Of regret. Of jealousy. They were all of two minds. After a while, the legendary swordsman woke up. He then said, I have lost. Motobe replied. Before that. Just how many times was I cut by you? That is different. That is important. Between making someone think I've been cut and actually chopping that person down, there is a great difference. Then, how many times did I take your leniency? You see me as just an opponent rather than a great enemy. Had your blades simply struck above my armor, you'd have found many places through which to cut. You've been found out. You wrote on this in your book. Forge and practice for 1,000 days. Then refine in practice for 10,000 days more. With such a mindset, surely, even now, you are refining. Throughout this entire training match, you've been constantly refining. From your eyes, this was a match taken under the assumption that you'd return alive. I just took advantage of that levity. I amounted to someone who could threaten your chance of victory. But I couldn't become someone who could threaten your life. Would you like to try? What comes next? Musashi stands up. Then said. Motobe Izou. Then suddenly, he forcefully took out his sword from Motobe's shoulder. He then thinks. Thank you. But even so, you have won. We now move on inside a certain hospital. Currently, Motobe Izou is being confined. Baki then said. Motobe-san. Please forgive me. I want to protect you. That's what you told us. Confronted with that. That's enough, Baki-san. You weren't wrong. It's impossible for Motobe Izou to do that. It's a normal conclusion to draw. My bare hands against the monsters that are yours. Of course, I'm at a disadvantage. For all of you, who may fight 10 battles and win 10 times. This middle-aged man, Motobe, will protect us? That's upsetting to hear. Your height surpassed my own. No. All of us misjudged the martial artist Motobe Izou. And in the same right, we also misjudged the ability of Miyamoto Musashi. We were thoughtless. We failed to recognize you. What do you think of this chapter? Do you think the other fighters will still want to challenge the defeated Miyamoto Musashi? Comment down your opinion below. Special thanks to Stranger Dragons Prevail, Francois, The Real Zurvan, A Patreon of the Uts, Jacket, Johnny Might, JJF, OK, Vega Punk, Isam Harris, Awesome Swayable, Trond Becker, Thomas West, Casey, Dead Fox 0606, John Vinovich, Ahmed Zoyer, Mystic Venus, David Fritz, Joshua Ash, Mars Kane, Brandon Zipperl, Claudio Aguilera, Francisco Carrillo, Lowell, Ethan, Haas, Carrot, Brennan, and Will74. We really appreciate your help. If you want to support my channel, please subscribe to my Patreon, LR Shion. I will put a link in the description below. Our next video will be about Miyamoto Musashi killing an innocent reporter on live TV. Stay tuned.